Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
Caitlin Clark is absolutely levels above her teammates, levels above the rest of the league. Her stats have been limited. As great as they have been, her stats have been limited with, of course, the officiating, what the other teams are allowed to get away with in terms of how they defend her. And her coaching, we also know that's a problem. Her teammates, come on, this is a reminder. Caitlin Clark's records that she has set, her passing ability, her basketball IQ in terms of her playmaking is on a different planet. No, it is a different solar system, galaxy, universe, multiverse, whatever it is you want to talk about. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate all your support. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Shout out to the 19. Smash the like button. You can do it. Uh, but let's dig in. This is a really interesting clip as a reminder as to what the team leaves out on the court because they do not have what Caitlin Clark has. And it's extremely frustrating, especially now with her injuries, for people to be talking about how well the team is playing without her and all this other nonsense stunts against, again, to diminish Caitlin Clark. But we are going to take a look right here at some examples that we may have forgotten about. Wide open. Yeah, we're going to miss that. Fantastic pass wide open. We're going to miss that. Fantastic pass wide open. We're going to miss that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's back it up. But this, I didn't mean to turn this into an indictment of the WNBA, but this, what you're seeing has always been a league-wide problem, and it is one of the reasons that people have not liked the product on the court. You cannot, you cannot be a professional basketball player and miss these shots. Yes, everybody misses at times. I get it. We're human. We make mistakes. We're not perfect. But the degree, the percentages of these missed shots that are just absolute sitters is just unacceptable. And how often it is done. Think about Caitlin Clark's assist numbers and think about what they would be if we didn't get stuff like this. This is absolutely, you're wide open. First of all, no reason to go off 2 feet on that. You should go off on 1 foot. And this, just turn and go straight up. What is that you're doing with the ball? Are you trying to get style points? Same thing. How do you, these aren't even close. They are not even close. Oh, here's how AB cooks. But you know what? Not even close. And that, by the way, is starting to irk me. We're going to go back with AB because AB has made a living AB. I'm not saying she wasn't a good player before. Of course she was. But do not tell me that the level at which most people think AB plays is not significantly impacted by having Caitlin Clark out there. And again, I will point out this is what irks me in her lack of defense of Caitlin Clark. We can go back to Kennedy Carter, but we can look at every single time Caitlin Clark's been hit, been assaulted, been fouled above and beyond what should be happening in a game, and Aaliyah Boston never does anything. And that goes to the next thing she doesn't do, set good picks. She does not set a good pick, at least, and I know other people are starting to notice because I've seen it in the comments, at least she doesn't for Caitlin Clark. Why? So she can slip and get passes like this because she wants to make it about her. And that is why Caitlin Clark now 2 years in a row has the most unassisted baskets, or I should say at least percentage of baskets highest in terms of unassisted baskets. I don't know if she obviously doesn't have the total number this season because she's been injured a lot, but the percentages of her buckets that she gets that are unassisted, in other words, she creates them on her own, is the highest in the league. It was the highest in the league last year. That is poor coaching and that is poor teammates. There is no reason they cannot get Caitlin Clark an open look, but they don't want to. They want to take advantage of her gravity in terms of how teams defend her, and they want to take advantage of her basketball IQ, and they want to take advantage of her passing so that they can get the stats. They can get the attention. They can get the glory and everything that comes with putting up numbers, right? And here's another great example, like I just showed you with AB. I mean, should have just gone up though, but that, I mean, that's not even close. Oh, let's go again. Here we're gonna. Hey, there's an up. No, you can't make that either. Now, can you? Again, another great pass. You're inside. And that is a freaking air ball. That was a freaking air ball. These are absolutely ridiculous that we see these. Again, we'll go off 1 foot there, by the way. You go off 1 foot and go hard. Pivot on your left foot and go straight up facing the basket like a normal shot. Go straight up facing the, not that you should ever miss any of these anyway, and they're missing them poorly. And there goes AB. Yeah, I'm just going to run to the basket because I want to take advantage of Caitlin Clark and pump up my numbers. Oh, I have an easy shot here, but now you know what? I'm going to miss that easy shot. I got another easy one here, but let me just airball that shot. And I realized they were not all layups. But I just wanted to go through this a little bit, give everybody a little bit of a reminder as to what goes on with Caitlin Clark. So think about the numbers that Caitlin Clark has put up in terms of being a passer out on the court, because you all know, because it was a big thing early in the year, and that's when you got all that nonsense about, oh, Caitlin Clark's fans are so awful and they're hating on her teammates so much and blah blah. Well, this is what people were talking about. It's not hate. It's not, oh, I don't like them because I like Caitlin Clark. This is normal stuff. Jalen Hurts. I know. Well, I'm a Philly fan, so those are going to be my examples. But, in the Super Bowl in 22, where he absolutely, completely outplayed Patrick Holmes and actually had a phenomenal game overall. Do you know how much crap he got for his one mistake, which was that fumble, which you could say cost them the game? Now, whenever something happens, it changes everything going forward. So it is hard to say that cost them the game. But ultimately, yeah, that was a huge part of why the Eagles lost. Or we can go to this season, where the entire Philly fan base and a whole lot of local media were screaming for Nick Sirianni to be fired after they started 2-2, screaming about the signing of Saquon Barkley, who ended up having one of the greatest seasons a running back has ever had. But when on fourth and one, or fourth and less than the one, when of course the Eagles should just be running their play and picking up the 1 yard with Jalen Hurts, the play that's so good the rest of the league wanted to ban it. No, they decided to pass out into the flat to Saquon Barkley. So people screaming about that decision. And then Saquon Barkley also dropped the pass. So it actually should have been a first down, and that cost them the game. And they were 2-2. And the fans went absolutely ballistic. They don't hate Nick Sirianni. They don't hate Saquon Barkley. It's part of being a fan. So yeah, when you're doing this kind of stuff, even if Caitlin Clark's not on it, like if my Sixers are doing this, yeah, you are going to get a lot of criticism from the fans. Yeah, you are going to get screamed at. Yeah, you are going to get booed. I never see them boo the indie players, which is absolutely wild, because home fans not booing their own players is, well, I won't say what it's rare then, because I don't think YouTube would allow me to use those words, but it's rare, okay? It is absolutely rare. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. Just a quick reminder of what Caitlin Clark brings and how limited she is by teammates. Anyway, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you being here as always. Go have the day you deserve. I will talk to you later.